everyone. Today I'm talking a conversation with some people. Number 1. I've been working for the past 3 days to find all of the information for this year's annual report. I'm worried we will miss the deadline. We will get it submitted with a couple of hours to spare. I'm curious, where did you find all of these company parts and figures? I found some sites that provide the information, plus the few news articles. You will have to show them to me later, but first, can you send me your part of the report? I need to start working on the presentation file. The man said to the woman he has been working for the past 3 days to find all of the information for that year's annual report. However, he was worried about not making the deadline. The woman replied that they could get it submitted with a couple of hours to spare. But she wanted to know where he had found all of those company facts and figures. The man replied that he had found some sites that provide the information plus a few new articles. The woman suggested the man show them to her later, but first she wanted to know if he could send her his part of the report because she needed to start working on the presentation file. Number 2. Really? I can't seem to get into the storage room. Is something wrong with the door? Starting today, everyone needs to enter an access code to get in. I can't believe it. So where can I find this code? Should I speak to the IT department? No, your manager should send a message with the code for your department this morning. I will ask him before contacting IT. The man said to the woman he couldn't get into the storage room, and he wanted to know if something was wrong with the door. The woman replied that starting today, everyone needed to enter an access code to get in. The man was surprised by that, and he wanted to know where he could find this code, and he asked her if he should speak to the IT department. The woman disagreed with him because his manager should have sent a message with the code for his department that morning, and she said she would ask him before contacting IT. Number 3. Did you get the email about the meeting on Thursday? It was moved up to today. What? I didn't get that email. Why did they do that? The manager has to meet a client on Thursday, so she moved it up. But I still have a lot left to do on my report. I don't know if I can finish it in time for the meeting today. I have some time today. Email it to me and I'll take a look at it after I come back from the post office. The woman wanted to know the man if he had got the email about the meeting on Thursday, because it had been moved up to that day. The man was surprised by that because he hadn't got that email, and he wanted to know why they had done that. The woman explained that the manager had to meet a client on Thursday, so she had moved it up. The man complained that he had a lot of work to do on his report, and he didn't know if he could finish it in time for the meeting that day. The woman offered to help him, and she suggested him email it to her, and she would take take a look after she came back from the post office. Number 4. Good afternoon. Do I have an appointment? Yes, I have an appointment with Missy Foley for a job interview. Could you let her know that Brian Thomas is here? I'm sorry, Missy Foley is running late due to a problem with her car. She says she will be about 20 minutes late. Are you able to wait? That's no problem. I wait in the coffee shop next door. Could you give me a call when she comes in? The woman said hello to the man and she wanted to know if he had an appointment. The man agreed with her and he said he had an appointment with Missy Foley for a job interview. And he suggested the woman tell Missy Foley know that he was there. The woman was sorry about the fact that Mrs. Foley was running late due to a problem with her car, and she could be about 20 minutes late. So she wanted to know if the man could wait. The man agreed with her, and he said he would wait in the coffee shop next door. So he suggested the woman give him a call when Mrs. Foley came in. Number 5. Today I will be working with a new program, FilmMaker S3. I will need you to use it to make a short commercial for our new product. Actually, I've never used this video editing program before. I used it at my last company. It's very simple. I can teach you the basic commands after this meeting if you want. That could be great. Thanks. While making the commercial, make sure you stick the storyboard. You can find a copy of it along with the video files on our company servers. I heard that the servers are undergoing maintenance this morning, so we will have to wait until this afternoon to access them. The woman once said that they would be working with a new program, FilmMaker S3, and she would need 2 people to use it to make a short commercial for their new product. The man complained that he had never used that video editing program before. The woman too said that she could teach him the basic commands after that meeting if he wanted, because she had used it at her last company. The man was happy about it and he was thankful for her. The woman once reminded that while making the commercial, make sure stick to the storyboard, and they could find a copy of it along with the video files on their company servers. The woman once said that she heard that the server was undergoing maintenance that morning, so they would have to wait until that afternoon to access them. Number 6. Hi Jennifer. Hi Sam. Our new employees start next week. Is everything ready for them? Everything is going well. We will have the computer set up for them to work on this Friday. But Jennifer realized something. Jennifer, while setting up their accounts, we realized we don't have a picture of anyone for their ID badges. Without them, it could be hard to enter many areas of the building since access is restricted. And we don't have enough temporary IDs for them all. What if I send them an email asking for a digitized photo of themselves. Great, I'll give you a list of the new employees this afternoon. The woman once said hello to Jennifer and Sam, and she says their new employees started the week before, and she wanted to know if everything was ready for them. The man replied that everything was going, and he said they could have on the computer set up for them to work on that Friday, but Jennifer had realized something. The woman to explain that while setting up their accounts, they had realized they didn't have a picture of anyone for their ID badges. Without them, it could be hard to enter many areas of the building since access was restricted. The woman once said that, and they didn't have enough temporary IDs for them all. The man suggested sending them an email asking for a digital photo of themselves. The woman once agreed with him, and she said she would give him a list of the new employees that afternoon. Number 7. Look at this. The printers make a mistake. We reduced the order to 100 invitations, but they've invoiced for the original 150. Well, we are not paying for invitations we didn't receive. We will have to ask for a revised bill. Okay, I have to get to a staff meeting now, but I'll call them after that and ask for a new invoice. It's silent. That way we can settle the amount out immediately. The man said to the woman the printers had made a mistake because they had reduced the order to 100 invitations, but they had invoiced them for the original 150. The woman replied that they weren't paying for invitations they didn't receive, and she suggested the man ask for a revised bill. The man agreed with her, and he said he could do that after a staff meeting to ask for a new invoice. The woman agreed with him, and she said in that way they could settle the amount out immediately.